Hey guys, Solomon here from the Progressive West. I have an exciting day ahead of me. So today I'm going to John Green's book tour talk. Everything is Tuberculosis is out now, and John Green has been making the rounds. I've never seen him in person before, so it's gonna be a first time for me, and I'm pretty excited because I've been part of the nerdfighter community for over 10 years now, I think, like ever since high school. So yeah, it's been a long time coming, and I'm wearing one of my best Pizza Johns. I hope you can see that. It's been a crazy time because, you know, all my faves are coming to town. We have the Bernie Sanders rally and AOC that just happened, and then you know, I'm going to this to see John Green, and Harry Mack is back in town too. He's coming to Denver in April, so maybe I can go to that too. I don't know. Everyone's coming to town. But today I'm a little bit nervous because I'm going to get a haircut, right? And just want to be looking nice and proper today. And it's been about a year since I got my haircut. I've been just kind of procrastinating / growing it out. So I'm just hoping they can make it look good. And, you know, we'll see. And hopefully they let me film a little bit not in the barbershop, but at the event with John Green. And, yeah, this will be one of my Nerdfighteria related videos, hopefully, for the channel. So if I get around to uploading it. Okay, I'll see you there, guys. Hey guys, Solomon here. Came back from the barbershop. How do I look? Be honest in the comment section. I just had him take off, you know, some of the length in the back and whatnot, and I wanted to keep a little bit of length for the styling purposes. So I think I'm satisfied with that, but I'm gonna have to keep looking at it. Regardless, I got some floof, you know, I got a little bit of floof for the John, to see John, you know, just like his floof. So let's go to Boulder. I'm excited. I have a little bit of time, so I'm gonna get some lunch and maybe a vegan donut from Voodoo Donuts. I'm trying to lose a little bit of weight. So maybe not a vegan donut. I don't know. Maybe just a little bit of a cheat day. I don't know. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Hey guys, Solomon here. We're in Boulder. And I'm just trying not to embarrass myself by filming in public, but we're walking to the line. I see a line gathering outside of the theater to see John, and I'm gonna meet some nerd fighters. I just ran into some of my old coworkers who are canvassing on the street over there. I bought some books from the local bookstore. It's pretty cool. Love Boulder so much. Okay, so here we go. DFTBA.
Guess 13. So the youth's voice need to join on this.
That's my son's name, I told him, and he smiled. Most Sierra Leoneans are multilingual, but Henry spoke particularly good English, especially for a kid his age, which made it possible for us to have a conversation that could go beyond my few halting phrases of Creole. I asked him how he was doing, and he said, "Mike's back on, we can take it. Whatever's best for the audience, we can handle." So I wanted to begin by asking you, you've been working on TV since 1992. That's astonishingly 33 years. In that time, we've seen a lot of progress against TB, if you think about it in terms of pure numbers. I think the year I graduated from college, 2000, we lost about 2.5 million people to TB. Last year, we lost 1.25 million. That's a lot of progress that we've made. Now, it's completely insufficient. We know that no one should die of tuberculosis. But I wonder if you could talk about the changes that you've seen since you've been working on tuberculosis.
There have been some really beneficial things. So testing has improved. When I started, we had a chest x-ray and a skin test, and now we have blood tests that are not far from perfect, but are better than a skin test. We have sputum tests and tests of other bodily fluids that give results in one day rather than cultures which can take up to 8 weeks. So that's very beneficial. We have tests for resistance that, again, you get at least an initial snapshot within one day and get more complete results within a week or two. It used to take us up to 2 months, 3 months to get drug sensibility testing results. So it's far from perfect, but it's quite a bit better in terms of diagnosis. In terms of treatment, the big advances that have been made have been for drug-resistant TB, particularly NDR TB.
We're here because we're here. Because we're here. Because we're here.
Thank you so much for being here with us.
Hey guys, back from the event, and just wanted to kind of check in and talk about my experience. So it was really fun, really awesome to be there with a bunch of nerd fighters. I got to show off my Pizza John shirt, and there was tons of Pizza John's shirts everywhere. I talked to a really nice lady in line who was there with her teenager, and she said she'd been watching John and Hank since she was a teenager, and so this was like a full circle moment for her, where she got to bring her own teen to see these guys, or to see John at least. And that was cool. And then when I finally sat down just like amongst some random people, most people were there with some friends or like their partner or whoever. But I sat down and, I chatted up with the people around me a little bit, and they were all super nice. And the people behind me were super, super cool, super nice too. So that was really, really fun. And it was just, when John came up and he read a little bit from his book, and as you guys saw, as I just edited in there, and he had that doctor, I'm forgetting his name right now, but he's an expert in tuberculosis, basically. And just listening to them talk was just really interesting and inspiring because, they're speaking about the progress that we've made on other diseases like HIV and other diseases of injustice where treatments used to be a lot more grueling and, take, a tremendous amount of pills and this kind of thing. But now HIV is at this point where you can suppress the virus pretty easily, with just like a few pills or like one pill a day kind of thing. And you don't have to worry about it anymore. So that's where we need to get to with TB, right? And it was really interesting and kind of fun to see John connect tuberculosis to different topics. He talked about tuberculosis history in Boulder, and because people would get sent to Boulder for the clean mountain air and the sunshine to cure consumption and stuff like that. And they also touched a little bit on the fact that the U.S. healthcare system sucks, and that we could make everybody in the U.S. healthier if we just gave everybody healthcare, right? Seems pretty obvious because it is. And they talked about how we need to have that message right now. It got a big applause from the audience that they brought that up. And we need to have that message because we don't have to live like this. We don't have to live in this world where TB research, even in the United States, is underfunded. And people can't afford their treatments, and not only here, but also in poor countries, obviously. So we could do something better, but we're just a little bit far from that reality at the moment. So, I think we all, and everybody in that room kind of had this shared experience. We have the shared recent experience where it feels like the world's ending. But the world's not ending. We're in the middle of history, not at the end of history, as John said. So that's all very important stuff to remember. And so I'm just going to probably leave it at that. I maybe wish I would have talked to more people and maybe gotten some contact information from some of the local nerd fighters and stuff like that, but I was just a little bit too nervous to ask. So maybe next time, better luck next time. But I also, I had a great time, and I got a bunch of books, including from some other books. I was from the Boulder bookstore. Before I went to the event, I just came a little early and I went to the bookstore and I bought some, and then I ended up with some John Green books as well that are signed. So I just have like a fucking pile from the night. So I'll show you guys that, and then we'll leave the video there. Okay, the book stack. I accidentally filmed this in vertical video first. While I was editing, I realized, but the aforementioned Everything is Tuberculosis, you already saw, signed. And I actually only read Paper Towns a couple years ago for the first time, but now I have a copy that is signed. So, awesome. At the Boulder bookstore, I picked up Why Marx Was Right I've been wanting to kind of brush up on more leftist literature. And, I'm pretty familiar, with the basics of Marxism and, socialism. I mean, I've been around for a while. I've been a Bernie Sanders supporter for a long time, but I'm sure there's something in here new that I didn't know, and maybe some stuff directly from Marx, because I haven't really read Marx directly very much, so, or at all, really, just from lectures. And then I also got a copy of The Fault in Our Stars from the event, and I, of course, had a copy of this already, but now we have a signed copy. Very nice. It's always nice to have the signed copy. And then lastly, I get this called Love Life by Matthew Hussey. He's sort of a love guru, I guess you could say. He makes videos on YouTube. He just gives, advice about relationships and stuff like that. His audience is mostly for single women, I think, but he makes videos for everybody. His advice kind of applies for everybody. So, pretty cool guy. And I heard about this book when it was coming out, and I just saw it in the store, so I thought I'd pick it up. All right. I also got these cool pamphlets and stickers. So there's this one, "We are the cause, we must also be the cure." And then I guess Crash Course is a publishing company now. Inspired by the YouTube channel of the same name, Crash Course Books is devoted to publishing fresh, exciting nonfiction for students. So that's interesting. So that's a thing now. And then this thing, "A preventable, curable infectious disease remains our deadliest," and that's the world we are currently choosing, but we can choose a different world. This is from Partners in Health. And so they had, Partners in Health was there. They had a table, and they had all this stuff on here. So if you want to pause and read these, you can. Yeah, donate to Partners in Health. And it was manned, the booth was manned by a couple of very nice young ladies. And they had their own chapter. They had founded their own chapter of Partners in Health in Boulder. And it seemed like it was just the two of them running it, so I got a free pen. Plus, they were very, very pretty. Just saying. Okay, thank you guys for watching the video. Let me know in the comment section if you'd like to see a book review of Everything is Tuberculosis or any of these other books that I have here. I think book reviews on the channel would be a really fun thing to do. It'll help keep me accountable to reading, and it will also share with you guys all the cool stuff that I'm encountering. And, I'd love to be on BookTube. It's a cool place. So there's that. Just subscribe if you haven't already, guys. If you can believe it, we're almost at 50 subscribers. Unbelievable. Unbelievable numbers we're doing over here, guys. So let's get to 50 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button and hit the like if you liked the video. And I'll see you guys next time. This has been Solomon from the Progressive West, signing off.